Towards the end of the 19th century, the Cubans began to rebel against the Spanish that had been ruling over them for centuries. The supreme Spaniards quickly put their efforts to a stop and began to treat them cruelly, putting them in camps and not caring for them properly. The press saw this cruelty as an opportunity to help business.
Mr. Tobin, we need to leave Hearst in the dust. We need a story so fantastic, so exciting that our readers never again stray from our business. These Cuban camps are the perfect opportunity to publish such a story. All we need is a little embellishment, and we'll have them hooked. Can you do that for me, Mr. Tobin? You better, because your job depends on it.
Right away, Mr. Pulitzer. I'll write you a story so exciting it'll knock your socks off.
Good. What are those square things on the tables?
Those are computers. You wouldn't know what they are, because they haven't been invented yet.
The public doesn't react too well to the exaggerated stories.
Hey, nurse, did you read about what's going on down in Cuba in the paper?
Yes, everybody is talking about it. The pictures are disgusting. I can't believe no one is doing anything to help those people.
I agree, the people in those pictures look even worse than this guy does. I think the U.S. is to intervene before the situation gets out of hand.
President McKinley wasn't too happy about the work of the press.
This is ridiculous. The wretched press is making all of this seem worse than it is, and the public is shocked and disturbed. Even worse, riots have been breaking out in Havana, Cuba. I guess I should send down a ship to keep things under control. I hope it doesn't get blown up or anything.
With the destruction of the battleship Maine, Theodore Roosevelt, Assistant Secretary of the Navy, decided to take action.
This is an atrocity. The Spanish have committed an outright act of war. Okay, Commodore Dewey, I need you to sneak into Manila Bay and sabotage the Spanish fleets. Make sure that not a single Spanish ship stays intact.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and once you help the Filipinos win their independence, why don't you take it away from them again and make it into a U.S. territory? We could always use another trading post.
Yes, sir, Mr. Roosevelt.
This was the first action of the war that brought about the main conflict.
We must attack the rebels and their powerful American allies quickly at San Juan Hill, or they will breach our base, and we'll be trapped. Yes, right away, sir. Hurry up! Okay, who put up the French flag?
The Battle of San Juan Hill was short and brutal, but ended with an American-Cuban victory.
We'll need you to sign an armistice to stop the fighting, and then, in 3 months, we'll make an expensive trip across the Atlantic Ocean to your country so that you can sign the Treaty of Paris, which is basically just a more official version of the armistice. I'm not even sure why the treaty is named that, since this entire situation is completely unrelated to Paris, aside from the French flag on your tent. That seems inefficient. Now that I think about it, it does. What a splendid little war this was. In less than 4 months we've rid the Caribbean of the Spanish and taken Puerto Rico and Guam for ourselves. Cuba is now our protectorate, and the Philippines is under our control. I hope that we can keep these islands, as they would be an invaluable trading outpost for our ships in Asia. But they still fight against our rule fiercely. Plus, it would be a great tourist attraction. I hear their beaches are beautiful.